The pressure for action can frequently be a problem for the new coach. In this example, watch how the conversation becomes rushed as the coach moves too quickly to ideas and action.
So, Mark, it sounded yesterday like we've got problems with Scandinavia.
Yes, indeed. Scandinavia seem to be falling behind all the other countries at the moment. To be honest, it's quite annoying. It's quite frustrating. I struggle to get hold of Kurt. I also email him. He also doesn't respond. At the moment, they look like they're going to miss Key Stage 2 completely. Yes, indeed, completely miss Key Stage 2.
Okay.
I just find it completely unacceptable.
Okay, you're meeting with them in Copenhagen next week?
Yes, I think I'm going to speak to Kurt, possibly before that, just to outline that, to be honest, this is not acceptable at the moment. They're going to fail to deliver on this point.
Okay, what's your main objective here?
I think we need to set a deadline when we can complete this key stage, because it's taken long enough. It just needs to be done.
Okay, that sounds good. Call me once you've had the Copenhagen meeting, yes?
Sure.
Because Key Stage 2, we can't miss that deadline.
No.
Great, thanks.
Although some actions have been quickly identified, there is no guarantee that they will address the situation. The reality of the situation has not been sufficiently probed and explored. In the next example, watch how the manager spends time exploring the current reality and how this improves the coaching.
I'm basically going to organise a conference call with Kurt. I'm going to get some information over from Germany to compare, how Germany are doing compared to how he's doing, and hopefully they can see where they're going wrong from there.
Okay, just hold on 1 minute. Just before we start looking at the actions you're going to take, and they sound good, just step back a bit. Tell me from your perspective, what's different about the way Scandinavia are dealing with it than, say, Germany, who are on course?
I think Scandinavia, at the moment, the information coming out, it's disjointed, it's sporadic. I receive emails from 2 separate departments under Kurt, and they're both talking about the same thing, but both have different ideas, and it just sounds like they haven't spoken to each other at all.
Okay. What do you think's going on with that?
I think maybe Kurt needs to take a bit more control, maybe.
Okay, so you think there's a control issue with how Kurt's managing them?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I'm not sure. Kurt has delivered plenty of times before on time, so I can't understand what the problems. What's changed now? I mean, the only thing I can think of is maybe the recent change in maybe senior management in
so
Scandinavia.
Michael's appointment.
Yeah, it could be. It could be indeed. There could be that, miscommunication there. I'm not quite sure.
Okay. In terms of Michael's role, I mean, he's new country manager. Is he up to date with what this project's about? Has he had much information, do you think?
I would hope so, but maybe it's something that I could maybe ask you to give me a hand with, if at all possible. If you could have a word with Michael, find out what he's expecting, but also maybe your take, on what he maybe comes back to you. Maybe you could feed it back to me. Because,
when do you need me to do that by?
I think definitely before Copenhagen, that's for sure.
So before next week?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, so I'm happy to speak to Michael, find out what's going on from his perspective. You were saying you think there's maybe Kurt's not managing this so well. The gap between him and Michael, I'll explore it. What do you think you might do around this issue of Kurt's project management then?
I think definitely we should certainly organise a conference call before the Copenhagen meeting.
Sounds good.
Maybe we can get everybody together, get Kurt's sub-departments together to speak to him.
Okay, so
before
him and
this
his
meeting.
team.
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt.
With the aim of doing what? What is it you really want to get out of that?
I want to see that they're actually all going to talk to each other, because at the moment everyone seems to be bypassing Kurt, and actually they should be focusing on Kurt, and Kurt should be leading the team, I feel.
Okay, now that sounds...
taking almost ownership of the situation.
Sounds like we're getting to the heart of the matter here. How does he work best? I'm just questioning whether speaking to the whole team is the best way to get to him. I mean, you know him better than me. What do you think?
I think Kurt himself likes a bit of direction. Okay. And I suppose now we talk about the whole change of management in Scandinavia. Maybe Kurt could do with almost speaking to his boss, really, because maybe there's a lack of communication there, lack of direction.
So it's the two-prong attack then. You speaking to Kurt, me speaking to Michael.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
And you want us to do that by the end of this week?
It's got to be a must. Otherwise, I think we'll miss the deadline completely.
Okay, that sounds crucial. I'll get on and speak to Michael. You speak to Kurt. How about we have another meeting on Friday?
Yes.
Telephone call?
Yeah, definitely.
And see where we go from here.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Frequently, when coaching, it is important to spend time exploring the current reality. This helps the team member arrive at actions that are relevant, effective, and owned. It is one of the coaching paradoxes: go more slowly to go more quickly.